Today we're unboxing the iPhone 12 mini in this green color and talking about why I went with the mini instead of the regular 12 and why I went with the 12 instead of the 13. So if you're planning on picking up a new iPhone soon, hopefully this video is going to help you out with that. Welcome to the channel. My name is Peja, and on this channel we're talking about tech and how it relates to creating content, whether it's here on YouTube or anywhere else, as well as being creative and intentional in life in general. This video is sponsored by myself. So if you like this video and subscribe to the channel, you get 100% off of the next video I release. I already opened it, by the way, the mini, but I recorded that process as well. So here's a quick video montage of the iPhone 12 mini unboxing in this green color that's probably a bit over the top for just a phone, but what you gonna do? Cool, right? I just want to point out that all the footage that you're watching right now, so this main shot as well as that unboxing segment, is recorded with my old iPhone XR. So it just goes to show you how far technology has come and what you can do with just the phone that you have in your pocket, and a 3-year-old one at that. I want to start off by talking about why I went with the 12 mini instead of the 12, and the first and most obvious reason is definitely the size. I really like the small size of this phone. It fits in my hand perfectly. I can reach all corners of the screen no problem. I can pull down the control center with just one hand. Typing is also pretty easy one-handed. I can put it in my pocket without dislocating my hip, so that's a plus as well. And as a bonus, I can use something like this hip case right here and still have it feel great in my hand and still be able to put it in my pocket and grip the whole phone with no problem while having this additional protection of the case. I'll try to find it and leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. But yeah, it's pretty good. So the size, like I said, perfect for me, and I don't really have small hands, but you know, I feel like we just keep forgetting how phones get bigger and bigger every year. I've been using this 12 mini for about a week now, and when I pick up my old XR to record this video, only then did I realize how big and heavy it actually is, because you get used to it over time and you don't notice it anymore. But really, that XR compared to the 12 mini, it's a brick. It really is like a huge phone. And I actually found myself having a hard time figuring out if this phone is in my pocket or not. Like, there's been a bunch of times where I like leave my apartment and then start grabbing my pocket, think that I forgot my phone while it was actually there. It's just pretty small. But if this is your main media device, you don't have a laptop or a tablet or anything like that, you might want to consider picking up a bigger phone. But to me, like I said, this is the perfect smartphone size. Not only two differences between this iPhone 12 mini and the iPhone 12, aside from the obvious one being the size, are price and battery life. Now there's a $100 price difference between the two models, so definitely take this into consideration with picking up your phone, and this was one additional reason for me going with the mini. Now when it comes to battery life, it's not exceptional on the mini, but it gets the job done for me, and we'll talk about battery in more detail a bit later on in the video. Aside from those things, this phone is the same as the regular 12. It has the same chip, the same modern flat edge design that all newer iPhones have, has 5G, and most importantly, it has the same exact camera system as the regular iPhone 12. Now the camera on this device is still definitely great, especially if you want to pair it with a third-party app that allows for some manual control when recording video. There's a lot of apps out there that allow you to do that, most notably Filmic Pro and the Moment app. I'm using the Moment app right now, and I plan on recording all future videos on this channel with the iPhone 12 mini paired with that Moment app. I'll leave a link in the description for that as well if you want to check it out for yourself. It's got the same main wide lens with an aperture f 1.6 and the ultra wide above that. I will drop all the specs on the screen next to me, just so you don't get like, oh, you said it's aperture 2.1 and it's 2.135. Yeah, it's fine. It's a really great camera. Now let's jump on to why I chose the 12 mini instead of the 13 mini, and after that we're gonna jump on to some cons when it comes to this small device, because it's definitely not perfect. There are some drawbacks when it comes to it, and we'll go over those a bit later. First reason for picking the 12 over the 13 mini definitely is the price. It's a $100 price difference, and I just felt like for that $100 I'm not getting enough of an upgrade. 13 mini is objectively a better phone. It's a newer phone, and of course it's gonna be better than the last year's model, but year to year you don't really see that many differences. It still has, again, the same size, same screen, same design. Now the differences are the notch is 20% smaller, it has better battery life and better cameras. And when it comes to the notch, I'm not really gonna get into that too much. I don't care. I don't mind the notch at all. I know there's a lot of people that really want Apple to go with like a hole punch display or something like that. You know, it's who cares. One more notable difference definitely is the camera system. So the 13 mini actually has the main camera lens that's been on the iPhone 12 Pro Max from last year. So it has the Pro Max camera on the mini this year. This is the first year that Apple introduced cinematic mode to the whole 13 lineup. So the 13 mini, the regular 13, the 13 Pro, and the 13 Pro Max, which is basically portrait mode for video. I never tried it myself, but from what I've seen online from different reviewers, it's not there yet. It's a cool idea and a cool implementation of that idea, but it's a first generation feature. It has problems with edge detection. You're limited to 1080p, so you can record 4K. It has a lot of potential to grow into something much bigger and much better in the next couple of years, but right now it's just okay, and I don't think I would be using it that much if I had a 13. The 13 lineup all have the new A15 chip compared to the A14 on the 12 mini, and all I have to say about those chips is they're both really fast, and you're not gonna notice the difference. This iPhone 12 mini is still snappy, is still fast as the day it came out, so day to day I promise you're not gonna notice the difference. Alright, so let's jump on to the main villain when it comes to the 12 mini, which is battery life, of course. You probably saw a bunch of different videos when it comes to mini's battery life. I basically use my phone for email and messaging, social media, maybe watching a couple of YouTube videos and playing some music here and there. And this battery gets me through the day, no problem. Now on the 10R, I usually end the day at around 40% battery life left. On the 12 mini, I am at around 30. Again, I'm not a power user, so this battery gets me through the day easily. I really have no problems with it. But if you're someone that's always on the go, you don't want to carry a charger or a wireless brick or anything like that with you, and you really need a lot of battery. For example, if you record a lot of video, you use a lot of navigation and stuff like that, that can drain the battery life a bit quicker. So if you're someone that needs better battery life, maybe go with the 13 mini or the regular 13 and you will see a huge improvement. Again, to me personally, this battery does the job. Something else you might want to take into consideration is that the 12 mini comes with the base storage of 64 gigabytes, while the 13 mini doubles that at 128. Me, I've been using only base 64 gigabytes models for the last couple of years, and I really had no trouble with storage. I'm usually using like 30 to 40% of storage on my phones, but I'm using cloud storage for most things. So if you want to store all your files, your photos and videos and everything locally, you might want to go with the 13 and double that storage. So if you're trying to pick up the 128 gig version of the 12 mini, I don't recommend doing that because there's only a $50 price difference between the mini and the 13, and like I said, the base model of the 13 already comes with 128, so it wouldn't make sense price wise to stick with the 12. But if 64 gigabytes is enough for you, as it is for me, then do the 12. So if you want a small compact device with a modern design, gestures and Face ID and all that stuff, and you're not a power user, 12 mini is a great choice for you. It's gonna last you for years and years to come. As you know, Apple's software support is amazing. So amazing that the old iPhone 6s that came out in 2015 still has the latest version of iOS, which is iOS 15. So you're gonna be set for years and years to come with this one. Now, if you're a power user and or you're using your phone as your main media consumption device, you might want to go with the regular 12, has a bigger screen, or even better, the 13 that comes again with a bigger screen, but even better battery life that comes along with it. I'll leave some links in the description for everything that we talked about in this video. If you want to check it out for yourself, feel free to do so down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in a couple of days.